Close call. If the UK can hold their line as they did in the 21 versus 21, I think they're going to get a good result against the Mexicans, who are keeping it close. Some crossing blows there, and a clinch already, as you can see. In fact, both fighters have gone down there, so the numbers are still even. Some strong blows coming in there, and they look absolutely even. It's difficult to call this one. Again, both the fighters go down there. You can see some blows coming down on the Mexican here. He's got his halberd stuck in the fighter's shield. Of course, if he pulls him down like that, it may not count. I think he's going to have a bit of problem getting his halberd out of that. So they're going to have to get this fighter down. And you can see that, in fact, the two fighters managed, the UK fighter managed to get his halberd unstuck there, unlodged from the shield. And it's 2 against 1 here. Of course, 2 against 1. I can still have seen these, lost from teams with the advantage of 2 fighters. A great blow there from the UK. And in fact, the UK fighter needs to be very, very careful, and he fell over the grounded fighter. And they're working very, very hard. The crowd are going absolutely wild for this. A lot of them rooting for this Mexican who refuses to go down. Immense character shown by this fighter here. The UK fighter starts working at his leg. He's holding onto the list and doesn't seem to be doing too much damage there. Going for the leg. They have to move away from those other fighters, otherwise they risk falling over themselves. And this Mexican's still somehow on his feet after taking all his punishment. However, he's going to start an attack of his own against that British fighter he has there. You can see UK fighters now showing signs of fatigue, all to take this one Mexican fighter down. Going for a few knees there, trying to work on that leg, but well, and got an advancement there. The Mexican takes it. The thing is, if the fighter is leaning on one side to the list, then you want to focus on taking out the leg from that side, because that's where his weight is. You can see had some really good support, but they're back down into the corner here. And the only way, if the fighter is cornered, is to take some crushing blows. And some shots to the head there, but this is wearing out the UK fighters. You can see how much it affects them. The Mexican goes for a nice kick there. Fatigue setting in. Absolutely massive battle going on here. Of course, it will not be called until either team has got, and the crowd egging on these fighters. The support is absolutely incredible. This is such a wonderful crowd here. And they're taking that, and it goes back to one-on-one. And it's amazing! Absolutely stunning work. That Mexican held on. Brings a draw from that fight. Incredible.
Fighters, please get ready for the second round.
Well, that was something spectacular. The Mexican who held on through that brutal attack from the UK. You can see the halberd snapping there. And he held on to take down one of the UK fighters, and then
and after this fight, we're having Russia 1 versus Spain 2.
Taking him down there. You can see this is the point where the halberd got stuck in the shield there, and you can see just in the list you have these parts of weapons. It's in a big crowds there this afternoon. And it's almost a full house. Fantastic work there from Mexico. And as I said to you before, even though there's 2-on-1, there's no guarantee of who's going to win, because you saw there, the Mexican took down one of the UK fighters and then was able to bring down the second. Of course, he came down too, unfortunately. The squires there readjusting the gauntlets of the Mexican team, and I think the Mexicans have certainly got the crowd on their side. And this wonderful crowd from Prague. Got a lot of appreciation for the Mexican fighters here. And we go into the Second round now. The Mexicans starting with that pyramid structure. Some blows coming down here from these big UK fighters. That's some nice movement there from the Mexican fighter, who you have to be careful, he's using his weapon behind the head there, which is not illegal in itself, but he takes off the helmet, and you can see that the Mexican fighter's been taken down there. Now the UK fighters do have the advantage of the Mexican fighter, and it has been stopped due to the fact that it is more than 3-1 odds against Mexico.
United Kingdom 2. Please get ready for
And UK 2 have taken a point there, which goes to the third round. I can see some great strength there, however, from the Mexican, because he didn't make it easy for the UK fighter. So, as the first round was a draw, the second round brings points which go to the UK. And we've got to be impressed by this Mexican team. Much renewed energy from us. Who participated last year. Made a good impression.
Fight.
And we move into round number 3 now. Again, Mexicans looking for pole arms here. I think the UK do actually have a height advantage, so they're going to have to work on a bit of speed. However, we do have a Mexican and the UK fighter down. Some great blows there coming from the Mexican. In fact, yeah, another UK fighter has been taken down, and Mexico do have the advantage in terms of numbers. How will they be able to use this? The height advantage goes to the UK, but the Mexicans working so hard in taking these fighters down. You've got 2 Mexicans there. You can see that they're quite exhausted. That's got his hand locked in the UK fighter's arm. And surrounding, and it's been stopped. I think there's a lock, and then perhaps a gauntlet. Not sure if it's an injury. But the marshals called it. You can see here some.
United Kingdom 2, and with the result 2-0, the victory goes to United Kingdom 2.
UK walking away with the victory. But this Mexican team, you can see there that the great takedown from the Mexicans.
Versus Spain 2. After them,
Fantastic.
Belarus 3 versus Serbia 1.
Well, there from UK, they'll be
France 2 versus Poland 3.
pleased at the start of that. But certainly the fans were in full support.